Welcome to my guide for setting up Pokemon Global Link, aka Pokemon Dream World. In order to initially set up your game to sync with Dream World, you would have to access your Pokemon White or Pokemon Black version through your DS in an area where you have Wi-Fi. From here, you're not going to access your game right away. You're going to go down to where it says Game Sync Settings. From here, you will walk yourself through the processing of getting your own Game Sync ID. The Game Sync ID will be obviously the code that synchronizes your version of the game with your online account so that you can put Pokemon to sleep, etc. Once you complete the process, this is when you will actually access Pokemon-gl.com or just Pokemon.com, and there's a link to the global link. If you ever forget your code, you can always come back the same way. However, I would just keep your Pokemon game open and at this screen while you complete this process. Here's a screenshot of Pokemon.com. If you notice in the upper right hand corner, there's three options: trading card game, Pokemon Global Link, and Pokedex. Of course, the global link, as you see here, is now open, so you can always just go to Pokemon.com and go here instead of worrying about the actual URL. However, I have this open, so let's see. This is the site that you would come across, and if you're brand new to Pokemon.com and the global link especially, then from here is when you'll sign up. You would complete this information. Obviously, you will have to have an email address. You will have to confirm your email address by actually accessing your email and a link, etc. So, once you go through that process, it will ask you for your Game Sync ID so that you would link it at the time. Once that is all completed, you would come back to this page and you would enter your username and your password and log in. Once you log in, of course, you will be able to see your username up in the upper right. And at the time, since this is a new process for you, you will not have a Pokemon tucked in. But as you can see, I do. So you can definitely see the Pokemon here. And I can choose to wake up from here as well, and status, etc. This is a good time to check your settings if you didn't look at that part when you registered. You can go to profile. You will see that it is linked with your Game Sync ID. You will see the status, what Pokemon game you have, where you are as far as badges, your information, your part of the world, etc. I would definitely take the time to look into your privacy settings, and I currently have mine to everyone. If you are too young, you may want to ask your parents about this, but really they can't do too much with you. I mean, you're just accessing the information that you share on your Pokemon games, such as country and state, and this will just make your interaction on Pokemon Global Link that much more fun, I believe. So I would really suggest having your access to everyone so you can make new friends on here. Also, a quick thing, you can register a Pokemon Black version and a Pokemon White version to your Pokemon Global Link nickname. You cannot have two of each. So you can't have two white versions or two black versions. Again, the maximum is one of each. I only have a white version at this time, so I'm able to register my white version. Okay, let's get back to completing the process and going into your game. When you're back in your game, make sure that your C gear is turned on. And you also want to make sure that your Wi-Fi is working well, which of course will be indicated by your online access blinking green, as you see mine is blinking, and an indicator bar right over here. So from this area, you would actually go to online, and then game sync, which is your only option, saving. They do so much saving in this game. And this is where you would start to connect to the Wi-Fi. Now mine will not be an exact walkthrough because my Pokemon is sleeping and I do not wish to wake him up at this time. However, as you can see, if you can, well, it says that my Pokemon is dreaming. But this would be the process. Once you get to this point, it'll really just allow you to access your Pokemon that are in the Pokemon Center, that are in your boxes. You can choose any of the Pokemon in your boxes and you can set them up to sleep. So you choose them, you choose put to sleep. It'll take a little bit to load, so please give it some time. Once it loads and it says your Pokemon is asleep, you see it in bed, then you can now get out of here, return to the Pokemon Global Link website. If you didn't refresh your page or didn't exit it, I would actually force a refresh, and then you would see what I'm showing, what Pokemon you have tucked in. From here, you would press Dream World. Now as you see, in mine it's saying that mine is accessible in 23 hours, meaning I just played. You're only able to access Dream World for 1 hour once you initially log in. Sometimes you may have a delay in like 5 minutes before you can actually access it. Once you press Dream World, it will say it's registering your data. Keep on trying, be persistent, and then you'll get in. Mine doesn't take 5 minutes any longer. It basically goes in right away. From there, you'll start the process, and it'll give you a really nice tutorial of Dream World and how it works and the benefits, etc. I don't want to get into that. I want you to experience that yourself. But this is how you would set up the process. And the good thing is, if you have other people that are in Dream World at the same time, like I would be, and if you exchanged friend codes with me on Pokemon or traded with me in the past, I can access your dream land because we already have a friendship. So it's pretty cool. Alright, well, that is my guide for now. Until later.